Hey guys, Thomas taking place / taking along fan here, and today you're watching my second layout video. And this layout here is going to be used for half of season 1, which means it will include 5 more episodes in this layout here. And here it is. So here's a layout. I put everything, especially all the play sets and destinations. Not all the track though, just the play sets. Because I need all the play sets to make the actual island solar map. And as you can see, that this layout is expanded. Because my mom made me some space here for me to put, and I'm pretty happy about it. So here's the entire layout. I'm just showing you guys parts of it. And I know that everything's not 100% accurate. But like I said, due to the space I have to deal with this until we get a bigger house. Anyway, let's start at Knapford Station. So here at Knapford Station we have Stanley, Thomas, and Hero, along with Birdie, of course. We have Flora back there, of course. Anyway, if you take Thomas's line, it'll go around a bend to the intersection. And I know that the intersection was included in the last layout, but due to the lack of track I have, I didn't include it. But anyway, it's there right now. And if you continue on through the intersection here, it'll go to where Mavis is pulling some quarry cars at Mayflower Station. And we have Oliver and Toad by the station. If you take their line, it'll go around the bend to where Charlie is pulling the Chocolate Crunch cars at the airport. We have Bulgy at Mayflower Station as well. And if an engine doesn't want to go to the airport, they'll go this way towards Farmer Cole's farm, where we see Daisy and Billy. And we have Stafford and Rosie on the siding, probably talking to each other, as you can see. Anyway, if you take Mavis's line, it'll go straight up and over a bridge where Neville is pulling a small goods train. And I didn't include these bridges because I didn't have enough track, and I didn't have another way for them to go. But finally, the bridges are included. And that leads to the docks, which I'll get to in a moment. But if you take Stanley's line, it'll come to the switch right here. You can either go to where Duck is at the water tower, filling up with water, or you could go here to where Percy is at a barrel loader, where we see George. If you continue on through here, it'll go past the airport. You can either go this way to where Charlie is, or you could go straight towards the ice cream factory at Farmer Cole's farm where Daisy's at, and you keep going straight. There's Trevor at a field towards the scrapyard where we see Scruff, Reg, and Whiff working hard. And if you don't want to go into the scrapyard, you'll go this way towards the solar shipping company where Winston is with the fat controller, and into the docks. So here at the docks we have Cranky, of course. We have Porter and Salty. There's Bolstro, the loading crane, and I wonder what Skip is doing there. Or maybe Skip is here to work. And I know that Skip works at Allsburg Harbor, but the docks is near the ocean as well, so that's why I put Skip there. If you take Porter's line, you'll go straight to these switches right here. You can either go to where Salty is, or you could go around the bend to another switch. And if an engine doesn't want to go to where Salty is, they'll go take this track to where Paxton is at the Blue Mountain Quarry, where I put all my narrow gauge engines. Same as always, we have Skarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, Rusty, Duncan, Freddy, Mighty Mac, Madge, and Cody. And Luke, of course, with Owen. And I'll keep doing, and I know that you've already seen this, but until I build my very own Skarloey Railway, I'll put all my narrow gauge engines everywhere, because, you know, the Blue Mountain Quarries where the narrow gauge engines work. Well, not all the narrow gauge engines, some of them, such as Skarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, and Rusty, and Luke, of course, along with Owen. Anyway, and if an engine doesn't want to go this way, like Stanley here, he could either go this way to where Duck is filling up at the water tower. And that line leads to the sheds where we see Molly, Murdoch, Spencer, and Dennis. We have Isabella and Patrick as well. And then you'll continue on towards Ulstead Castle. Here at Ulstead Castle we have Byron and Kelly, Caitlin and Connor, Rhyme pulling the Chinese dragon, Samson, Millie, Steven, Donald and Douglas are here, of course, as well as our two mainland troublesome diesels, D261 and Diesel 199 at the castle of Sighing. If you take the track that Ryan's on, if you want to go into Ulstead Castle, he could go straight to another switch. You could either go to the castle of Sighing, or you go straight towards the Sawyer China Clay Works. And outside of China Clay Works, we have Fergus, Stephanie, and Gator. Sir Tom Howe, of course. Jack and Alfie are also there, of course. And once you get to the China Clay Works, you'll go over the T-switch, and you'll head towards one of the tunnels that'll lead you into the China Clay Works. So here at China Clay Works, we have Timothy in the tunnels probably resting, Marion hard at work, Thumper hard at work as well. We have Bill and Ben talking to each other or arguing. And if you don't want to go into the Clay Works, you'll go straight from Gayer, where Gayer is, around a bend to another switch where we see Edward and Harvey. If you take Edward's line, it'll go straight over the small T switch. You can either go to Misty Island that way, or you go straight towards Castle of Sighing, where D261 and Diesel 199 are at Ulstead Castle. But if you take Harvey's line, it'll go through the Misty Island tunnel. You can either inside the Misty Island tunnel. And once you get inside, you can either go to Misty Island and this way, where blocking locals are, Bash, Dash, or Ferdinand. Then, or you could go this way, outside of the other side of the Misty Island tunnel, towards a coaling plant where we see Arthur hunting some coal cars, and Hank with Hector at the coal hopper. There's Elizabeth, of course. And if you don't want to go to the coaling plant, you'll go this way to where Diesel is. We have, along with Norman and Sydney, each pulling tankers outside the Diesel Works. And same as always, we have Diesel 10, we have Ari and Bert, we have Den and Dart, and enter the loop right there. And until I get a ramp to create a site, that loop won't be there anymore. And let me show you guys one more area. And it's behind Ulstead Castle. So here's Ulstead Mine. And this is similar to the last layout that I showed you, but this time it's a little different because we have the Steamworks here, of course. And I know that the mine doesn't directly lead you to the Steamworks, but like I said, due to the space I'm working with, I have to deal with this. So here's the Steamworks. We have most of our members of the Steam team, such as Henry and James there, lining up to get repainted at the solar paint station. We have Emily, of course. There's Toby at the engine lift. There's Gordon talking to Victor and Kevin here. And that's the actual Steamworks building right there. So that's the entire layout for half of season 1. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you appreciate your concerns about it. And stay tuned for more episodes. Bye.